Hi, I'm Abby from Learn with Abby, and today we're joined with two members of the Savvy Seller FBA program. So I will allow them to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about who they are.
Hi, I'm Sarabi,
I'm Tevin. I'm a full-time police officer.
and I'm a stay-at-home mom with four beautiful kids, and
Wonderful.
we're from Ohio.
So, can you all tell us a little bit about how you found out about Amazon FBA and what that was like in the beginning stages for you all?
How we found out about Amazon was scrolling on TikTok one Sunday morning, and your live popped up, and everything that you were saying in it was just kind of resonating with me, and how to grow this e-commerce business because I've always been interested, and it just took that one time, just that one live, and like 10 minutes in, I was like, this is what we're doing. So we were actually driving in the car, and I was telling Tevin about it, and he was like, let's go. Let's do it. This is what we're going to do. So that's kind of how it started.
Okay. For what you all do in your daily lives, obviously you're at home with your kids, and that is two full-time jobs, and Tevin is going to work as an officer. How did you all think through how you were going to attack the business in those beginning stages?
I got early on. I wasn't really able to contribute to the business as much as I would like due to work. Obviously, we got to make money. So with me working extended hours at work, my wife was able to go through the course materials, learn as much as she could, get the product research phase started, and kind of teach me along the way. When I did have time, she was, explaining to me some of the course materials and things that, some of the guidelines and things like that. So within our little office space that we have a whiteboard. So on the whiteboard, she would write down, some of the criteria that you have in your course. So when I would have time to look at products and things of that nature, I would just, BSR, okay, hit that box, average reviews or whatever the case may be, I could just refer to the board. So it kind of made it a little bit easier for me.
We'd love to hear a little bit about what it was like when you were doing your product research and finally found that winning product. When you were thinking through your brand, what did you put at the top of your list as far as priorities? What did you want your brand to be like?
Well, our goal for this was to make this our business, not just something to do on the side. So we really put a lot of thought into it. What is it that we want to put out there that really resonates with everyone, that really means a lot to us? What is our passion? What is our product going to be? And so that really was the start of it all.
And that's what we wanted in looking for a product. At the end of the day, obviously it's all about making money, but you should like what you do and what you sell and what you have, and that's what we were looking for, and that's what we ended up finding in our product research phase.
Yeah, it was hard. It took a lot of hours.
It takes a lot of time, and we found our product very unconventionally. We had two products before we found our main product, and the way we found our main product is like,
just having basically our family just be on the lookout. Now everything we do now is kind of like think Amazon. So in our everyday life, how can we use this to make it better? So I had, telling our family about it, and they were just like sending me stuff on Instagram. And like, hey, you like this, and it was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah. So what was it like involving your family and the other people in your life? Those external factors, were they supportive, or what was that experience like?
That experience was a really positive one, actually. A lot of people's families don't get behind their family's businesses and things like that. So, obviously in the beginning we were really excited, and we were telling everyone that we want to start this new Amazon business. It's very foreign to, my community, my family. So obviously we are going to be the only ones doing it. But at the end of the day, they're all really supportive about everything that we do. And whatever we need help, they're there. So obviously, we're going to meeting out, networking, and they're at home, taking care of the kids while we try to further our business. So they're great.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, obviously, it's all new and exciting, and the idea that you can change your family and create this wealth is obviously everybody likes that. I think once we got further into it and more of the nitty gritty stuff, I think I was more to myself, more to ourselves, far as like the numbers, because putting it out to your family that you're putting your life savings and you putting all this money into this business, everybody's not going to understand, and I feel like our family does, but I know like my mom, she's like, you spending all this money on this? But you know what, like the e-commerce space is new, it's upcoming, and a lot of people don't understand, and we believed in it, and I think that was the most important thing. So
Yeah, I really appreciate you all kind of being as real as you can be with what it was like. And it's absolutely true, not everyone will be able to get behind what you're doing 100% of the time. But what you said about you guys believing in it is what is most important, because it is your business at the end of the day. You get to celebrate when you have wins. You're the one going through everything on your own. So I'm sure, some people can definitely relate to what you all experienced. Awesome. Okay, well, going back into kind of the nitty gritty of the business, when you all were looking for suppliers and kind of going through these newer experiences of reaching out to people who were across the world in China, was that an intimidating process, or how did you kind of feel going through that?
I would say that it wasn't that intimidating, because that's the reason why we bought your course, so that you can take us through step by step on how to approach these things. So we use the templates and everything. Obviously, it's a time barrier that's kind of difficult, 12-hour time difference, with me having kids and the hectic life that we have, and trying to contact the suppliers in the middle of the morning, it's kind of difficult, but we were prepared, and everything ended up kind of working out a little bit. Good.
Yeah, I think having each other definitely made it a lot easier. Like I said, I was working a lot, so it wasn't good for me to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning negotiating with a supplier in China about how to get a good MOQ or get the numbers down or whatever the case may be. And my wife was able to kind of take that part of the business and kind of do what she needed to do until I was able to stay up a little later, and then I can let her sleep or whatever the case may be. So and obviously having the course and having the mentorship, being able to talk to your mentor and ask them questions like, hey, my supplier said this, how should I reply? And even when just going in initially, having that template, being able to come in and appear professional to these suppliers, because they get solicited all the time from people that's just like, hey, what's your lowest price on this? But being able to come out and appear professional, I think gave us a little bit of an advantage when negotiating and things of that nature.
It really did.
Awesome. So you have talked about some of the difficulties, and it sounds like you two make a great team, and obviously you've been able to kind of help each other out. What can you say about the community with the program and just selling on Amazon in general? Is it important to have other people who are doing it as well, or do you guys feel that it's not as big of a factor?
Oh, this is a really big factor. You have to have that accountability partner. Like we have a group, from your course that we joined, and we all just talk to each other anytime we need questions answered. We just call them right up. So that is really huge when you start this business. You have to have that team. You have to have that network to really grow it.
Yeah, the community factor is probably, I feel like, one of the most important aspects of the business. It's one thing to know it all and have all the quote unquote book knowledge, but to be able to go on a Facebook group and see some of your peers, what they went through and how they overcame certain things, and how they've been able to launch certain things and do certain things, and actually see the business in practice, see the business in action from other people just like you, really helps you a lot.
And it really motivates you.
Yeah, very
to keep
motivational. And it can help you, even when they mess up, it's like, oh, they did that. Thankfully, they put it out there for us to learn, so we don't have to. And then further than that, having a close-knit group of people to talk to, our accountability partners, being able to, 2 o'clock in the morning to be able to bounce ideas off of 2 or 3 other brains is vital when you need that help in the moment. So I think it's very important, that community.
Great. You all did a lot of hard work to get to where you are now. So can you tell us a little bit about your success with Amazon, and just kind of what you see for the future?
We suck. We didn't sell anything. No, I was kidding. So our success has been good. Our growth has been rapid. It's been a little scary. It's a bit of a learning curve. So our initial inventory MOQ, we were able to get it in right before Prime Day, which really helped us catapult our sales due to the increased traffic. So within our first month and a half, we were able to sell out of 1,000 units of our main product and do
40,000 in revenue.
Over 40,000 in revenue.
So that was really exciting. That was really good, but scary at the same time. Like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, this could be the worst thing that could have ever happened to us in our business, but it's a good problem to have. And we learned a lot from it. We learned, inventory control. We learned, from the customer feedback, what we can do to improve our product and things like that. So honestly, it was a blessing in disguise for us because the things that we did have in our initial product, we wanted to change and make it even better for our second product so that we can appeal to even more of an audience. So it has been really good.
I think the biggest thing for me with the early success, I was able to see that it's real. I was able to see that it's possible.
Yeah.
I was able to see that I can do it. We can do it. Just normal people. I mean, I know it sounds so pitchy, but like we literally are just normal people. And, to be able to do 40,000 in revenue within a month is
crazy.
It's crazy. So that really opened my eyes and let me know, like, hey, this ain't no side hustle. Like this could be, this really could be, like you think about it in the beginning, like, this could create generational wealth and but to actually put it in action, do it, and get the results and have the receipts to say, hey, this works, is big for us. And that.
So with learning from what happened to us, now we're able to expand our mind. We're able to see, where we could be. So our goal for the future is 8 figs, 9 figs, just take that brand that we built and that we love and just continue to grow it and then put it out there on all types of platforms. So I'm fingers crossed. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Love it. Dream big, of course.
Absolutely.
Great. So for anyone watching who might be thinking that this is something out of the realm of possibility for them, of course, you've talked about how you all started and just kind of starting at the bottom. That's very uncomfortable for a lot of people. What advice can you give for someone who is just starting out in this business?
It's very hard work. I mean, obviously you got gurus out there who pitch, hey, come make $1 million on Amazon or whatever the case may be, and they make it seem so easy. It's hard work, but anything worth having is hard. You know what else is hard? Being broke. What else is hard? Going to work. So a little bit of hard work, a lot of mental fortitude can get you to the next level in your life. So obviously, my take on it, a lot of people do. You can run it as a side hustle, but you put in a lot of work for it to be a side hustle. To me, to us, it's a legitimate business, and that's how we treat it. Like it is our baby.
So if you worried about it in the beginning. Like, I would say don't be. We went in, we put it on a credit card, put your course on a credit card. Like, no, we didn't have the initial money up front, but we knew that it was going to pay off, and it has been so far. So, and that's why we worked so hard. We put our money into it. You're going to work hard for it. We want to see the return. So, and that's in anything that we do. So that's what I say. If you're going to do it, go for it. Go all in.
Yeah. When you starting from nothing, or you have limited, or whatever the case may be, even if you have a lot of money, you gotta have the by any means necessary mentality. Like, even if I started with $1 million, I could still lose $1 million. You start with nothing, and you grow it up. You still gotta have that by any means necessary, because I want to go from 0 to 1 million. By any means necessary, I don't want to go from 1 million to 0. So I think fear is healthy, and one of the things I always say, I say it on the calls and everything like that. When I'm scared, when I have fear, I know that knowledge mitigates that fear. So if you're scared, do more research. If you're scared, reach out to people that's actually doing it and that have done it, and that can help calm that fear. Just say, like, hey, this can work. This is, so.
So my last question is, how do you all stay motivated throughout when you're having those lows? Because we all know businesses, mountains and valleys. It can be a roller coaster. What would you just say would be the thing that keeps you guys going? And any last advice you want to give to anyone watching?
Let's see. Our family, obviously, keeps us going. We want to be able to stop the generational curses that we have on our families, and to level up our lives, level up our kids' lives, not wanting them to go through, the hard stuff. So that is our why. That is why we're doing this, and that's why, we continue.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah, I think definitely having a strong enough why can get you through those tough times. If you starting from nothing, and you don't have anything, that why is like, I don't ever want to figure out where the money's going to come from to pay for Pampers. So just for example, so it just motivates you to go that much harder, even when stuff gets tough, even when Amazon's throwing curveballs at you, shipping issues. It doesn't matter, because you got to adapt that by any means necessary mentality. By any means necessary, we're going to get out of this. And I think having each other obviously is huge, because when I'm down, she can pick me up. When she's down, I can pick her up. And then you couple that with the Facebook community, and then you get accountability partners out of there. You build that community of accountability. Have people checking on you, like, hey, you haven't joined the cause in a week, like, what's going on? Trying to get you back up into it. So you need people. Like-minded individuals to help you get to where you want to get to.
Yeah, you need that mentor as well. Like, we wouldn't have gotten to where we were if we didn't have the mentor to teach us the way. And so that motivation from seeing where we want to be is what helps fuels it too.
Yeah.
So
because it's like, if Abby can, have $1 million, why can't we?
Absolutely.
And you giving us the blueprint. You think about it, like, you created something that's like, this is exactly what I did after trial and error. Like, this is what I did to get to where I am, and it's like, here it is. All you gotta do is follow it. Obviously it's gonna look different for everybody, but there it is. I mean, it's in the simplest form. So.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for your time and for being so willing to share your experience. And of course, we're gonna see where this thing takes you all. Hopefully, we'll come back on here in a year and see exactly where you are. Seven figures.
Seven figures.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.